naturally, obviously, right? So I had a lot of trials and tribulations that I did on my own doing. All those years, you know, like feeling sorry for myself and victimizing myself. I drank a lot. I did a lot of drugs. I got 3 beautiful children out of it. With that, I've had to come to acceptance, like I could still be there for my children, support them, love them, but as far as like to have them all the time with me, would ruin my serenity. Come to acceptance, like that doesn't make me a bad mom, you know. And I feel like we have this image as women that if we're not like this great mother or something, like the world and society like judges us and puts us down, and that's fine. We're all entitled to our own opinion, but this is where I'm at in my life. And you want to follow down the same path as me, and I'm speaking from experience. And they over prescribe and give these people medicine, and I see it all the time, and it breaks my heart because I've been there before. You know, this pill is gonna fix me.
Yeah.
You know, like this is just what I need to stop over shopping. And I used to go to the doctor, and I didn't really want to get better. I used to manipulate doctors, and I used to say, well, no, I can't concentrate. They would give me Adderall. They would give me pills that were close to Xanax, just a step down. Now I have an upper here, and I have a downer here, so I could come down. And in the meanwhile, I'm mixing other substances like alcohol. And then when I don't even have all of this stuff no more, and I'm trying to get off of it, it's like now I'm really fucked up because now I don't have these chemicals in my body. Now I'm truly depressed, and I'm crashing, and all I'm doing is sleeping. At that point, I was like, I don't want this no more for myself. Like, I'm tired of like numbing myself. But honestly, when I stopped taking all those medicines, I went back out and got high, and that's when I almost killed myself, you know. And that's just what happened to me from experience, and it literally like breaks my heart to see somebody feel like they need that, you know. But I mean, I've been there before, so I can't be hypocritical to the way they feel. Being addicted to a man and alcohol is the same exact thing. I was looking at like everything I can identify with as an alcoholic woman, and then you know, being codependent or whatever on a man. It's the same thing, that you have to heal through it. And that's why they say when you do stop drinking and using drugs, how important it is to not rush into a relationship with somebody, because that will take you back out. Because then you'll be questioning yourself like, well, why wasn't I good enough? Like, what? Like now you're putting your dependence on a man and not God. That I was with somebody and we broke up, and of course I wouldn't, you know, I smoked some weed, but that led to other things. Down to the point where I was drinking so much, like that I was waking up trembling, like, and it's a terrible place to be. And all because I thought a man didn't love me. You know, he went about his life and he was prospering and doing well. I was messed up, inside and out. Now I'm needing alcohol to wake up, and I said I would never be one of those people to need a drink to get out of bed. And that's the worst kind of detox to come out of. You could die from an alcohol withdrawal. And I don't know how I did it, but at that moment I was, you know, I just wanted to stop. The only way I'm going to get through it is to keep working with people like me, or you know, God, you know, like finding a higher power. As long as it ain't me, and as long as it ain't a man or a human, not even my kids could keep me out of this, you know.
Nobody can help fill up your cup but you.
Yeah.
Like, I can put all of that on my son, but he don't know how to fill up my cup. Honestly, you could do the best you can. This one lady built up a nice business, doing very well for herself, but her son is addicted to drugs. And you know, she was doing all that for him. Like, I want to do this, I want to open up this and get all this money so I could give him a good life. But he's out there, you know, lost right now. And it's just like, that's not your fault. I mean, maybe you could have did something, maybe, but at the end of the day, those are his shoes. We don't know what he's going through. We don't know what, just like nobody knows what we're going through up here. We don't know what they're going through up there. You know say, put it on the table and tell us,
Yeah.
we will never know.
Well, I don't know, better than God, right? And for me to try to pray for God for a certain outcome for a person or my child, like, it is like kind of like going against the grain. Like, as bad as I want, like, my kid to, like, please let them go to college, like, that's all selfish, and it's just like now at this point, like, the way that I've come to find out is just like, God, just I pray for my kids' happiness, or that they prosper everything that I didn't have for myself,
and they stay in your liking.
Yeah.
Whatever you meant for them to do, I pray that they are doing that for you, God.
But and I say, hey, hey, God, like wrap your arms around them and let them find their way to you.
That mindset about, I just want somebody to love me, but it's just like, Taylor, did that work last time?
What was that conversation we was having? Was with you? Take yourself on a date.
Yeah. Versus sitting here feeling lonely and fighting the urge of being lonely. Mm-hmm. Trying to invite somebody in my space when really I should just focus on myself in this space.
Girl, because you don't know what kind of demons you invite in your space. Let me tell you, when I was like, I need to fix myself. And so I was fixing myself. I wasn't having sex with nobody, And then, this guy that, who he been trying to get at me for years, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, maybe I overlooked him, right? And I went against everything that I had built up, right? Then I became weak to it all over again. Mm-hmm. And it felt like terrible because like now I'm obsessing over like, how do you feel about me? I feel like I always get overlooked by men that I have tried to date because I don't drink or I'm not doing what they're doing. Like I don't fit in with their life. I don't match their life. And I have to be cool with that.
Like when you were saying all of that, my mind was telling me like, that's because you're living within your flesh. Your spirit is telling your flesh that like, I want to fix you. But maybe we're thinking like, I want to fix him. No, really is, I want to fix myself. It's like, no, like I don't want to even get started with me. Like I'd rather just go and, because I feel like a relationship is easier to get into than to maintain yourself. You gotta find that respect, because like when I asked you to come and do this with me and you told me off rip, because I was like, I can get some wine or whatever, mm-hmm. and you flat out told me I don't do that. Mm-hmm. It's like, if he was curious, you know what I'm saying, that's cool. But if you were flat out telling somebody something, especially if it's something you're trying to heal from, respect that. I don't want to take you to no other place but where you about to heal. Yeah. Period. Because I care about you. We just met and you know what I'm saying, we have our talks when we do. And off the conversations, I know, Ashley, for real, look, I care. And I don't want you to go back to any dark place. I want to see you thrive, mama, for real.